हेलो फ्रेंड्स, हम अपनी आई दृष्टि की करंट अफेयर की सीरीज़ को फिर कंटिन्यू करते हैं और ये लास्ट में कुछ टेबल्स रह गए थे उसको पढ़ लेते हैं। फिर उसके बाद इकोनॉमिक्स अफेयर्स के न्यूज़ को कंटिन्यू करेंगे। रैंकिंग्स इंडिसेस रिपोर्ट्स इंटरनेशनल इंडेक्स रिपोर्ट्स रिलीज बाय इंडियाज़ रैंक एंड टॉप रैंकिंग्स। तो ग्लोबल 100 इंडेक्स 2024 रिलीज बाय कंसर्न वर्ल्ड वाइड्स वेल्थ हंगर्स लाइफ। India's rank 105 out of 127 countries. Top rankings 22 countries ranks at first positions. Somalia at 127th. Human Development Reports United Nations Development Programs released by United Nations Development Programs. India's rank 130 out of 193 countries. Iceland's South Sudan at bottoms. Global Innovations Index 2024 released by the world's intellectual property organizations. India is ranked 39th, top ranked Switzerland. The Global Gender Gaps Index 2025 released by World Economics Forums. India is ranked 131 out of 148 countries, top ranking Iceland. Henley Passports Index released by Henley and Partners. India is ranked 85 fifth or 57 visa free destinations. Singapore's top rankings. World Competitive Ranking 2025 Institute for Management's Developments. India is ranked 41st. Switzerland's Climate Risk Index 2025 released by German Watch 6th. India's ranks 6th or top ranking Dominica's, China and Honduras. Corruption Perceptions Index 2024 released by Transparency International. India's rank 96th or top ranks Denmark and the South India's. Climate Change Performance Index 2025 released by German Watch, the New Climates and Climate Actions Network. India's ranked 10th, Denmark top 4th. World Happiness Reports 2025 released by Wellbeing Research Centers, University of Oxford. India's rank 118th, top Finland, Denmark, Iceland. Global Firepower Rankings 2025 International Institute for Strategic Studies. World's Military Strength Rankings. India's rank 4th. Top rankings US, Russia, China. Global Peace Index 2024 released by Institute of Economics and Peace. India's rank 115th. Top rank Iceland and Ireland. Global Terrorism Index 2025 released by Institute of Economics and Peace, rank 14th. Or top ranking Burkina Faso, Pakistan and Syria's. The Global Liability Index 2025 released by the Economics Intelligence Units. India's rank 120 Delhi, 121 Mumbai. Top ranking Copenhagen, Denmark and Vienna, Australia. Global Armed Transfers Report 2025 SIPRI. India's second largest importer, 35% from Russia's. Top importers Ukraine's, India's, Qatar, Saudi Arabia's, Pakistan's. Top exporter USA, France, Russia. Index of Economics Freedoms, the Heritage Foundations, released by Heritage Foundation, 128th rank. India top rank Switzerland, Singapore's and Switzerland's. World Press Freedom Index, released by Reporters Without Borders. India's rank 151. Top rank Norway. Democracy Index 2024, the Economics Intelligence Units. India's rank 41, top ranks Norway, New Zealand, Sweden. The 2025 Sustainable Development Report SDR released by United Nations. India's rank 99th, top ranks Finland, Sweden and Denmark. So friends, ये टेबल हमने कंप्लीट कर लिया। अब हम इकोनॉमिक्स अफेयर्स की न्यूज़ को देखते हैं। फिजिकल एंड मॉनेटरी अफेयर। इंडियाज़ वर्ल्ड्स फोर्थ लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी। Recently in May 2025, India surpassed Japan, becomes the world's fourth largest economy according to Niti Aayog CEO BVR Subramaniam. Key highlights: India remains the world's fastest growing major economics and is the only country projected to grow over 6% annually for the next 2 years. The sustained growth is expected to raise India's gross domestic product 5.58 US trillions by 2028, enabling to surpass Germany and become the third largest economy globally. Currently, only the United States, China, and Germany now rank above the India's in terms of economic size. As per the IMF April editions of the World's Economic Outlook reports, India's nominal GDP for the fiscal year 2026 is projected to reach approximately 4,187.0717 billions, slightly higher than Japan's estimated 4.186.431 billions. Until 2024, India held the positions of fifth largest economy globally, and IMF further projects that India will continue to be the fastest growing major economy over the next 2 years. The country's economy is expected to grow up by 6.2% in 2025 and 6.3% in 2026, outpacing both global and regional average. The comparisons of global economic growth is forecast at 2.8% in 2025 and 3% in 2026. Largest economics world's Forbes data published in 6 June 2025. United States 30.151 trillions and China 19.23 trillions, Germany 4.74 trillions and India's 4.919 trillions economic data. And largest and fifth rank Japan 4.19 trillion. India's FDI inflow in fiscal years 2024 and 2025. According to the government estimate, FDI inflow has seen steadily rise from $36.05 billions in fiscal year 2013-14 to 81.04 billions in fiscal year 24-25, marking 14% increase by $71.28 billions in fiscal year 23-24. The service sectors emerged as the top recipients of FDI equity in 2025-4 and 2025, attracting 19% of total inflows, followed by the computer, software and hardware 16% and tradings 8%. FDI into the service sectors rose by 40.77 to $9.35 billions from $6.64 billions in the previous year. India is also becoming a hub of manufacturing of FDIs, which grew 18% in fiscal year 2024 to 2025, reaching $19.04 billion compared to $16.12 billion in fiscal year 2023 and 2024. Maharashtra accounts the highest share of 39% of total FDI equities in the financial year 2024-2025, followed by Karnataka's 13%, Delhi 12%. Among sources countries, Singapore led 30% of shares, followed by Mauritius and United States 11%. Over the last 11 financial year 2024 to 25, India has attracted FDIs worth $784.78 billion, reflecting a 143% increase over the previous 11 year 2003 to 2040, which saw US dollar 308.38 billions inflow. This constitutes nearly 70% of total US dollars 1072.36 billions in FDIs received over the past 25 years. Additionally, the numbers of sources countries of the FBI increased from 89 in fiscal year 2013-14 to 112 fiscal year 2024-2025, underscoring India's growth in global appeals as investments dissemination. Next news है RBI Annual Report 2024-2025. Reserve Bank of India's on May 9, 2025 released annual reports for financial year 2024 to 2025 as mandated under Section 53.2 of the RBI Act 1934. Key highlight: the size of RBI balance sheet increased by 18.020%, reaching rupees 76.25 lakh crore on March 31 up to March 31, 2025, up from rupees 70.47 lakh crores a year. The totals rupees 44,861.70 crore was transferred to contingency funds. The growth of the assets was driven by 52.09% rise in gold holdings, 14.32% increase in domestic investment, 1.70% rise in foreign investments. The income for financial year increased by 22.77% to rupees 3.38 lakh crore compared to 2.76 lakh crore in financial year 2024. Expenditure rose 7.76% to rupees 69,714.02 crore in financial year 2025. The RBI recorded overall surplus of rupees 2,68,590.07 crore. The cash to GDP's ratios declined to 11.2% in financial year 2025, down from 11.7% in financial year 2025, for reflecting increased digital payments adoption and central digital currency uses. Currency in circulations, which makes up 76.9% of reserve monies, grew by 5.8% in financial years compared to 4.1% in financial year. Retail digital payments increased 17.9% in values, 35% in volumes. The values of retail CBDCs in circulation surged by 334, reaching 1016.5 crore. The total value of banknotes in circulation stood 36.86 lakh crore, 6% of increase value, 5.6 increase in volumes. The rupees 500 denominations had highest share, both values and volume. Foreign portfolio investments in corporate bonds rose by 11.4% to 1.21 lakh crore. The currency printing expenditure rose by 25% to rupees 6,372.8 crore in the financial year 2025 due to higher banknote printing orders indents, fake currency notes. The share of counterfeit notes detected by at RBI office stood at 4.7. Fake rupees 500 notes increased by 37.5% year on year. Fake 200 rupees note rose by 13.9%. counterfeits cases of other denominations. The RBI project India's real growth at 6.5 for the financial year 26, driven by rising consumptions, strong capital expenditure, robust banking, corporate balance sheets, resilient service. The RBI expects inflation to remain below 4% in financial year 26, which is targeted by the RBI 4% within a bonds. Uh, Gross core financial year savings rose 11.2% of GNDI in the financial year 2024 up to 10.7% the previous year. Net household financial saving increase 5.1 of GNDPs comprises to 4.9% in financial year. The value of goods held by the RBI rose by 57.12% to 4 lakh 4 4.32 lakh crores. Despite the declines in a number of reported frauds cases, the values of bank frauds triples in financial year 2025 to 36.014 crore. RBI monetary policy update June 2025. RBI announced latest monetary policy on June 6, 2025, following 59th meeting of Monetary Policies Committee over June's over decisions include policy repo rates. It is being reduced 50 paise points, 50.50 per percent immediately effect. There will be consequent adjustments of the standings deposits facilities rate under the liquidity adjustment facilities to 5.25% and marginal standings facilities rate and the bank rate. Real GDP's growth quarter 4 2024 to 2025 is recorded at 7.4% up from 6.4 in quarter 3. Real gross value added grew 6.8% quarter 4 of 2024 to 2025. For the entire financial year 2024-2025, the real GDP growth is estimated 6.5%, while gross value added increased by 6.4%. According to updates, this RBI expects CPI inflation about 3.7 for 2025-2026.